I know that I'm late. Apparently, I got another tardy slip from Mary. I'm up to two now. I probably ought to have more than that. But it's time for another 5-minute murder. A few days late, about 4 days late. However, I have literally been traveling around the country and doing all kinds of stuff. I have been from, I've been from the middle of the country to the West Coast and back. And so it has been kind of a whirlwind of things happening here. And so I'm glad to be back on track. We'll give you 2 episodes of 5-Minute Murder. Hopefully you got your episodes of Route 666 last week and got to check that out. But we'll do 2 episodes of 5-Minute Murder. One that will be dropping here in just a few minutes once I'm done it. And then one that we will drop on Friday. So you guys will get twice the 5-Minute Murder this week. And make sure that you check out, I've got a new book coming out, right? I don't know if I've mentioned that on here very much, but True Crime Myths and Legends is going to be coming out hopefully in January. It is out to some publishers right now, so hopefully we'll have that out in January, and we'll get moving on that. And so you're going to get a preview tonight because I just dropped a card out of the deck that I was shuffling, and it is old Lizzie Borden. We haven't talked about her yet, and I will tell you that I won't tell you all the secrets because Lizzie Borden is one of the chapters in True Crime Myths and Legends, so I will try not to reveal too much today. But old Lizzie Borden was born July 19th, 1860, died on June 1st, 1927. She was an American woman tried and acquitted of the August 4th, 1892 axe murders of her father and stepmother in Fall River, Massachusetts. No one else was charged in the murder, and despite ostracism from other residents, she spent the remainder of her life in Fall River. She died of pneumonia at age 66, just days before the death of her sister Emma. The murders and trial received widespread publicity throughout the United States, and along with Borden herself, they remain a topic in American popular culture to the present day. So, Lizzie Borden is a fascinating case. Like I said, I just went through it because literally yesterday I finished writing the book. But Lizzie Borden is a story that has captivated us for now well over 100 years, right? It happened in 1892. You know, we're in the 2023, almost 2024. So almost 150 years now, 140 years now, from the time that case happened. So why is it that this case has continued to fuel our curiosity for true crime? One of the main reasons is because it was never solved. They acquitted Lizzie of the murders. Now, when you go back and you look at that, there is a lot of suspect things that are going on, and that it seems like that they didn't accuse Lizzie or didn't convict Lizzie because they thought that there was no way in the world that little woman could take that axe, or that hatchet is what it was, and kill those people. So they believed that being a woman, she couldn't do it. Now, there's a lot of evidence there to suspect that Lizzie wanted to kill her family. And so in the book, I go into a couple different theories about why Lizzie might want to kill her family. One of them refers to Lizzie's sexual orientation. I'm not going to go into that anymore. You can read the book and find out. But there's also the theories that, she killed them for money, right? That she tried to kill her family because they might have been cutting her out of the will for some reason, right? Her dad was known to be pretty thrifty with the money. There are also cases where, they believed that Lizzie was a shoplifter, right? That she would steal things. And, maybe dad was tired of paying her debts and was going to disown her. He had already disowned her brother. So, maybe he was going to disown her and cut her out of the will as well. And Lizzie was not going to stand for that. Now, there's also evidence that Lizzie poisoned the family or tried to poison them. There is a case where she went to go buy some prussic acid to quote unquote clean her sealskin, which you would not use that for that, but she was trying to get it without a prescription. The druggist wouldn't give it to her. So those are all things that we cover in the book, so you should definitely get the book and check it out. But it's a mystery, right? We don't know. Also, Lizzie's sister decides to leave the house that they grew up in and leaves and goes away and never talks to her sister again. Now, there's a mystery around that. Why did that happen? Why did she have a falling out with her own sister? I don't know. It's fascinating. Could it be because of something her sister saw? Or could it be because of something her sister knew? I don't know, but people would suspect for the rest of her life and up until now that Lizzie actually did it, that she got away with murder. But there are other people that don't believe that. There are people that believe that it was somebody else. That maybe it was the brother who was, upset because he wasn't, in the will anymore, that he was cut off from the family. I don't know. It's a fascinating case that we will never have answers for because it is so long ago and there's nobody that's left alive and there's no way to get that DNA and figure it out. But what we do know is that that the stepmother and the father were brutally murdered, and the only one that was home at the time was Lizzie herself. So you tell me. I think that she probably did it. I think she was definitely culpable. I think she may have had help, but we'll never know. What we do know is that the Lizzie Borden house, bed and breakfast, is an incredible place to go, and you can go check it out. I think it's LizzieBordenHouse.com. But anyway, check it out. Go there, spend a night, and stay in the Lizzie Borden room. That's incredible. Sleep where Lizzie Borden slept. Go downstairs and check out, they have a replica of the couch where I believe the father was found. I think he was the one that was on the couch and the mother was upstairs, or the stepmother was upstairs. Anyway, go and check it out. That place is fascinating. There's lots and lots of paranormal stuff around that. Matter of fact, that's something else that I cover in the book, is some of the paranormal activity around the Lizzie Borden house. But it is fascinating. It is a story that has gripped our culture for the last 130 years. And it still does it today. People still talk about the Lizzie Borden trial, the fact that she got away with murder, and then all the different theories. You can go online and you can look at all the things about how it wasn't her, how it was this person or that person, or that it was her and it was her and the sister, and all kinds of theories out there about how the Bordens actually died. And it is unbelievably fascinating. So check it out. Thank you guys for another 5-minute murder. Check out the book. I just created a Facebook group out there for true crime myths and legends, that if you're so inclined, come and join it. Check it out. Go in there and post the myths and legends that you've heard of about true crime and about, your favorite cases. Maybe some things that you believe that are true that nobody else believes is true. And we're going to take all those things and we're going to compile them. I'm going to do a bunch of research, and then they'll hit a further later edition of True Crime Myths and Legends. So check it out. It's on Facebook. It doesn't cost anything. Go in there, check it out, and be part of the whole community as we're releasing True Crime Myths and Legends. Volume 1 is serial killers. Lizzie Borden is not a serial killer, by the way, but she's in there. The second volume is going to be criminals, so the mafia, different criminal people. DB Cooper will be in there, stuff like that we'll talk about. And then the third volume is going to be cults and religions. So fascinating stuff. We'll talk about all of it, and we'll discuss it. We'll have a good time. Be part of that community. Get onto Facebook and join us in the group, and make that community as big as it can be. And maybe some of your stories will get into the next book. So talk to y'all soon. Have a great week. I'll see you on Friday.
Without me, I said